RAIDEN 4 X MIKADO Remix. X. And we got more space into it. See? Space. X MIKADO Remix. X. Look at that butt. This butt. That one. On that particular booble. Yeah. And also there. See? Just so I'm getting the cat out of the bag. Look at that face. Look at there. Well, the budget that we have on this show, quote unquote, is brilliant. So, I didn't stream this because I figured that I didn't need to stream it. This is my little coverage of a game called RAIDEN 4 X MIKADO Remix. X. And I didn't know much about the series, honestly. I do know that they're making another game that comes out in June. It just looks like a sequel. Saw a bit of footage. Looks like the same sort of thing to me. A little bit of a heads up. Much like Puzzlers, I am not a huge diehard fan of top-down space shooters, but I will admit, compared to Puzzlers and this, I would prefer this, because I do like big shooty, and I like big glowy, and this has that in spades. I did put down some quick notes. You know me, I like to just give you my thoughts off the top of my head as a little quickie view, but with my imaginary glasses, I thought it was okay overall. I mean, I don't have to look at the notes for that, but I thought it was okay overall. Mainly the price is the only thing that would hesitate me to recommend this, but we'll come back to that later, shall we? It doesn't really, in my opinion, have too huge of a story. You're not really here for the story, you're just here for the bang bang and the ooh, which is fun, because that's how a lot of these games are. That's at least that's how I've seen them. Now, I thought this game was really difficult, but it's probably just because I suck at them, so that's fair enough. I was trying to do a level or two, and then after I do a level, I basically die. But that's fine, because it allows you to continue from where you left off, which is great. I like that. But even then, I still struggled. But they do seem to have quite the variety of difficulty levels, all the way up to the point where it's going to be balls hard, or where it's kind of easy, so you can shoot the projectiles out of the way, or where it's just completely dead easy, and they don't shoot you at all. Surprisingly, you can still die and get a game over. I am that bad, I can still die when the enemy don't shoot projectiles at you. But that allowed me to basically complete the game, quote unquote, because each mode, there's several modes that you can do. They have their own levels. As far as I could tell, they basically are just repeats of the same level with slightly tiny little tweaks. For example, there's an overkill mode, which I actually kind of liked, where once you've killed the enemy, you can keep shooting the ship as it blows up, and then you get more points and more doodads, and I like that. That's good. And the power-ups are nice, and the fact that it's got co-op, which again, for someone who's interested in this series, is probably not the best review to look at, but again, for someone who's new to the series, being able to play this as a co-op shooter, I liked that. And also, being able to play it on your own with two ships is also pretty ballsy, because I'm forever alone, I don't always have friends. This is something that I would potentially bust out for a party, but even on my own now, I can kind of play this. The controls seemed alright. I don't know how the hell you would play this with two ships on a really hard difficulty, though. That seems a little ballsy hard, not for my taste, because with two ships you don't get extra lives, and at least when you're doing the two ships on your own, if one of them dies twice, that's it. I don't know if you get more lives when you're playing with a friend. I don't think so, but I might be wrong on that. Other than that, yeah, there's, bloody hell, there's not many notes here. How have I already messed it up? That was it. I couldn't quite remember if it was... Sometimes I think I would finish a level, and then if I just tried to quit, not kill myself, but just quit, then I don't think it would save. I think. That was it. I think it was, if I remember correctly, if I finish a level and then if I just quit the game or quit the mode, then it doesn't save, so then you can go back to that level later. I mean, you could just kill yourself if that was the case, and then get around that. But don't quote me on that bit. That bit's not too important. There was another thing I noticed as well, where if you are if your ship is in front of the other ship, then they kind of block your bullets, which I thought was a bit janky. But you can kind of get around that, and I suppose it stops some cheap motives where you could just sit the ships next to each other. But in saying that, I was still able to just sit my ships directly next to each other, almost directly, and then I could just create this giant fuck you wall where pretty much nothing could get near me. Again, that was on practice mode, which, again, they basically don't hit you. But if you put that on easy or normal or hard or whatever, that's going to go right out the window. They'll start killing you. You'd actually have to move a little bit. So I appreciate that. The levels kind of feel repetitive because there's what? How many? I think there was like 5 or 6. And then there's an additional 2 more levels, something like that. We'll give them, kind of throw them a bone and say that there's roughly 10. I know there's not 10 levels, but even so, there's not many levels. They feel reasonably long. Like, you know, just for like a quick party session or something with mates. Yeah. But this will not last you several days if you were to just grind through it. I mean, I should know that because I literally sat there holding 2 buttons down, just seeing how I could get to the end. And yes, I got to the end. I got the secret levels. I beat the final boss, and I unlocked the final mode because I thought, screw it, I'll do it. And it's basically a boss rush, which is okay. That's fine. I didn't mind it. But it doesn't really seem like something you should be worrying too much about in regards to finishing it. But if you just wanted to make it to the end, you could do that. Just set it on practice mode and put your things. It can be unbelievably boring, though. How the hell? Unbelievably boring, that's what I was trying to say. But if you just do that, you got to actually spice it up a bit. The music is nice and catchy, too. That can seem a little repetitive, though, too, because it's eventually the tracks start to wear in on you. But it's good. The flashy's nice. For a cheapish game, I'd say this would be a good buy. Unfortunately, no, it's not a cheap game. It's kind of fucking pricey. They're asking for how much on Steam right now. I played this on the PS5, by the way, so I don't know how much it is on the PS5. But on Steam, and generally that's the one that has more sales, that is 45 Australian dollary dues. No special edition, no anything like that. You can get, I think for 50 bucks and 30 cents, you can get the soundtrack. But no, to me that is way too much money. For the kind of thing that you're getting here, $45. You could buy so many good games with that. You could buy what? You could buy Hades. You could buy that other cool one that I've literally forgotten about. Not Northgard. I mean, that's a cool game. The other one. There's a bunch. There's so many good games you could list off. Some big budget games, you know, really, really big budget games. I'm sure this is a big budget one. Please don't attack me. I'm sure it's a big budget game. But, like, a lot of good games coming out recently at 45 bucks. I find it really hard to justify paying that much for this game. 15 bucks? 20 bucks? Sure, knock yourself out. Go for it. Okay, fine. Me, I'd probably go for a tenner. 15 to a tenner. That's what I would do. 45? No. Maybe if you're a big fan of the series, or if you've never played this particular series before and you like top-down space shooters, because even when I was looking at the reviews, maybe I can find something quick. Not off the top of my head, but from what I was kind of checking out before, some people were basically just saying, well, if you've got the original, then you should be content. Regardless, I liked it. I liked the extra little skins that you had. They had, I think, 2 new ship skins. I'm not sure if the fairies were new, but either way, I thought it was cute. It was a nice game. Would I pay full price? No. Would I recommend it on a big sale? Yes. Or if you were desperately crazy for shooters. But even then, ironically enough, I was looking for other shooters. And there was, I haven't played it since I was a friggin' kid, but there's Chicken Invaders Universe, and that's for free. That's just a That's just a boy right there that you can just play for the hell of it. I almost forgot to ask. Violet, what do you think about this wonderful, wonderful game,
This game is almost as boring as you.
Okay, well, I suppose, we can just take his opinion as 50-50. Either way, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Auf Wiedersehen. Ta-ta, farewell, bye-bye. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, everyone, viewers and subscribers alike.
Also, another big thank you to my patrons and contributors. If you want to commission me for work, flick me an email. Or if you just want a small commission or to support me, check out the Patreon, baby.
I also have some affiliate links for Green Man Gaming and Humble Bundle if you want to find yourself some good deals and also get me a little kickback for your purchases.
I'm a little more busy the second half of the year, but if you want to check me out on Twitch, I stream generally at 10 AM or 10 PM on Fridays, Sydney Australian time. Public game sessions on my Discord are held sometimes on Saturday and Sunday, 10 AM at Sydney Australian time. Best thing to do is to follow me on Discord and Twitter in order to keep updated when I'm on and also when new content is out. Thank you very much, you wonderful misfits and freaks. Have a nice day.